Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so before we start to our discussion, let's have a short prayer first. So thank you, God, for this new day in my school to work and pray. Please be with me all day long in every story, game, and song. May all the happy things we do make you our Father too. Amen. Okay, so class, so kids, before we proceed to our topic, let's have a short review. So, do you still remember the topic that we discussed last yesterday? Okay, very good, Yani. Okay, the topic that we discussed last yesterday is about geometry. So, what is geometry? The geometry is the branch of mathematics that deals with the shapes and angles, dimensions of sizes of a variety of things that we see in our everyday life. Can you give an example of geometric shapes that we see in our everyday life? Shara? Okay, very good. The example of geometric shapes that we see in our everyday life is coin. Okay, because it's a circle. Okay. So another example, Yani. Okay, very good. Cone. The ice cream cone because it's triangle and we see it in our everyday life. Oh, another example, Denise. Ball. Okay, the basketball ball. Okay. We see it in our everyday life because it play by the basketball player. So now before we start, let's sing a song. Okay. So Teacher Casey prepared a song for you. Okay, are you excited? Okay, very good, Shara. So the title of the song that we are going to sing is I Love Math. I Love Math. Okay, what is the title of the song again? I love math. Okay, very good, Yani. So, teacher go first, and after that, we will sing it together. So, one, two, three, go. M-A-T-H, M-A-T-H, I love math. I love math. It's so exciting, very interesting. I love math. I love math. Okay, that is the song. So, now, let us sing it together. Let us sing it together. Okay, are you ready? Very good. So now, let's sing it together. Okay. So, M-A-T-H, M-A-T-H, I love math, I love math. It's so exciting, very interesting. I love math, I love math, I love math, I love math. Do you love math? Yes, we do. Okay. So, let's sing it again for the last time, okay? So M-A-T-H, M-A-T-H, I love math, I love math. It's so exciting, very interesting. I love math, I love math. Okay, we love math, okay? Before we start to our discussion, I prepared the learning objectives. Okay, so the learning objectives is the set of goals that we have to attain or to achieve after the discussion. Okay, so what are the learning objectives? Okay, so I have here. So letter A is describe the set of integers and identify the real life situation and make use of it. The second one is to show appreciation on how important integers in a real life situation. And the third one is give an example of integers in a real life situation. Okay, so are you excited to our discussion? So now, let's begin. So, so the topic that we're going to discuss is the integers or integers. So what is integers? So integers is a set of integers. There are two sets of integers. So the first one is the positive integers. Okay, so the positive integers are the set of a natural counting numbers or the integers greater than 0. So the negative integers are the sets of integers that less than 0. Okay, that is the two set of integers, the positive or the negative. Okay, the set of integers include all the positive and negative whole numbers and 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Okay, so I have here the picture and in my left side, okay, as you can see, the set of integers include all positive and negative whole numbers and 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. So I put here the picture of the horizontal number line or the example of integers. So the green one, so in the downside, there is a negative integers, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And the three dots there in the left side of the negative integers, it's called ellipsis. Ellipsis, it means that it is still more remaining numbers, or it's still it's still more number to count or to next. Like, for example, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5. So, that's the example of ellipses. So, in the right side, that is the positive integers. We don't have to write the plus or we don't have to add a plus sign just to call it a positive integers. Okay? So, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, that is a positive integers. So, the 3 that's there, it's called ellipsis. Okay? So, ellipsis is the still remaining number, or it's still more number to count, like positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, and positive 4, and so on. That is ellipsis. So, in the middle, it is the 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. So now, I present to you, class, the horizontal number line. So as you can see, in my right side is the positive and the negative integers. So in my left side is negative integers, the negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3 integers. And my right side, it's the positive integers. So remember, we don't have to write the plus sign, or we don't have to add a plus sign just to call it a positive integers. Okay? So with or without, it is still positive integers. So positive 1, positive 2, positive 3 integers. So in the middle, the 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Okay. So now, the opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. The opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. Okay? Remember, the opposite of a number is n is negative n. Okay? So, that is the horizontal number line. So now, let's have a short activity. So, activity 1. So, we will see here if we are listen to the discussion earlier. So, okay, these are the instruction of the activity 1 that we are going to answer. Write an integer for each lettered point and give it the opposite. We are going to give the opposite of the letter or the number. So, the letter that I put there is bread. So, as you can see in the picture here, the negative numbers is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4. That is in the left side. So, in the right side is the positive integers. Positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, and positive 4. So, remember, we don't have to write, or we don't have to add a plus sign just to call it a positive integers. With or without, it is still positive integers. So, in the middle, the 0 again is neither positive nor negative. So, okay. So, the opposite of negative 3, remember, is a positive 3. So, now, let's answer this. So, the bread. So, I put here the horizontal number line, as you can see. So, the letter there is the bread. So, what do you think is the opposite of negative b? Okay, the answer is negative 9. Okay, very good. So, the opposite of negative b is negative 9. Negative 9 is the negative integers, and positive 9 is the positive integers. Very good, Yani. So, okay. So, the letter R. What is the opposite of negative R in the negative integers in my left side? What do you think is the opposite of negative R? Anyone? Any other hand? Any volunteer? Just raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, Denise. What is the opposite, or what do you think is the opposite of negative R? Okay. Positive. What do you think? So now, let's proceed to our activity 2. So activity 2 is, these are the instruction of the activity 2. Write the integer that represents each situation. So Teacher Casey will give the example. Okay? Okay, very good. So number 1, Flora won 5,000 in a raffle. So what do you think is the answer for this? Is it positive or negative? Okay. The answer is positive integers because it's used the word won. Okay. Number 2, who wants to answer in number 2? Any volunteer? Any other hand? Yes, Jerome. What do you think is the answer for this? Is it positive integers or negative integers? Negative integers. Why? Why is it negative integers? Yes, very good, because it's dropped the temperature of 50. Very good, Jerome. So, what's the answer in number 3? Yes, Meryl? What do you think is the answer? Is it positive or negative integers? Very good. It's positive integers because it used the word climbs up the stairs 10 step. Okay. So, who wants to answer in number 4? Yes, Denise. What do you think is the answer? What? What again? Can you repeat it? Okay, very good. Very good. So, the answer is, what again? What answer again? Positive integers because it's used the word above sea level. Okay, so what's the answer number 5? Wants to answer number 5? Any other hand? Yes, Jasmine. What do you think is the answer? Okay, very good. So the answer is positive integers because Jake deposit a 150 pesos to her saving account. Very good. Okay. So now, let's move to question time. So I will ask you and you will give an example of a integers in a real life situation. Okay? Very good. So now, I have here the example of integers in a real life situation. So it says here that I gained a weight. So what do you think is the answer? Is it positive or negative integers? Yes, Maylene? Very good, Maylene. It is a positive integers because it's used the word gain. Okay, now, let's move. You will going to give an example of a real life integers or a real life situation. Okay? Very good. So now, can you give an example of a real life situation of the integer? So now, give an example of integers in a real life situation. Anyone? Yes, Dana? Very good. That's the example of integers in a real life situation. So your answer is, I got a high grade in a test. The word high is a positive integer. Very good, Dana. Any other hand? Maria? Oh, very good. Your answer is, I lost my temper. The word lost is a negative integer. So any other hand? Anyone? Just raise your hand if you want to answer. Anyone? Any volunteer? Okay, very good. Very good. So now, I have the example here of examples of a real life situation of integers. So the first one is an increase of 10 points in a test. So what do you think is the answer of this? It is positive integers or a negative integers? So again, an increase of 10 points in a test. What is the answer of this? It is positive integers or a negative integers? Anyone would like to answer? Yes, Christine? Yes, very good. The answer is in positive integers because it used the word increase. This use a positive word. An increase of 10 points in a test. So the answer is a positive integers. So the next examples are a withdrawal of 25,000. What do you think is the answer? It is positive integers or negative integers? Yes, Cristel? Oh, very good. The answer is negative integers because it's used the word withdrawal. Okay. So the next number 3, what is the answer? 7 feet below. 7 feet below. What do you think is the answer? Anyone? Any volunteer? Any other hand? Just raise your hand if you want to answer. So the question is 7 feet below the ground. What is the answer? Yes, Diana? Yes, it is. The answer is what again? Negative integers because it used the word below the ground. So in the fourth example, it says here that earn $5 interest. So what do you think is the answer? It is positive integers or a negative integers? Earn $5 interest. What do you think is the answer? Anyone? Any other hand? Yes, Randy. Very good. The answer is positive integers because the word earn is a positive. So, I earn $5 interest. Okay. For the 5 example, I lost 10 pounds. What do you think is the answer? It is positive integers or a negative integers? Yes, Cristel? Very good. The answer is a negative integers because it used the word loss. I lost 10 pounds. So in the 6th example, who wants to answer? Any other hand? Any volunteer? Yes, baby Jane? Very good. A basketball team gained 20 points in the game. So your answer is correct. Give yourself a 5 clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jolly, 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 jolly. Very good. So, a basketball team gained 20 points. So, the word game is a positive integers. So, in the seventh example, I eat a lot today. So, the answer is a positive integers because the word a lot, it means you eat a more food. Okay, so the word a lot is a positive integers. So now, in the 8th example, it is 15 below 0 outside. What do you think is the answer? It is positive or a negative integers? Anyone? Any volunteer? Yes, lady? Very good. The answer is negative integers because it is used the word below. It is 15 below 0 outside today. Very good. So that's the example of a real life situation of integers. Okay, so what is integers again? There are two sets of integers. What are those? There are positive and negative. So negative are the set of natural counting numbers of the integers greater than 0. That is positive integers. So the negative integers are the set of integers that less than 0. So 0 is neither positive nor negative. Okay, very good. So now, for your assignment, search the definition of 4 integers operation. Give it the examples. So, thank you. See you next meeting for our lesson on 4 integers operation. Bye!